Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, welcome to a new video, and this is the longest video so far, 21 minutes, 22 minutes. Well, I'm a little bit terrified because I have to speak for so long and I actually have no idea what I'm going to talk to you about. So, my name is Maria, and I hope you are doing great. I hope everything is alright, and I hope you are ready to see my new build, and I hope you will enjoy it. A lot of hopes today. This is a house built on a 30 by 20 in Eucharist. It's a modern house for a family. I thought that it would be a family of 4 people, but actually, even though there is room for 4 people, it's more interesting if there is only a father. I mean, it's just my story, so you don't have to follow it, but I decided that I would make up a story for every build I make, so that it would be more interesting and less boring. These are the same things. Anyway, the story for this build is the following. This is a very successful man living here. He is a scientist or maybe an engineer. He is very smart, very clever, and he knows a lot of things. He probably created or discovered something very useful one day and became just super wealthy, super rich. That's why he lives in such a luxurious house. He has 2 children, a toddler and a teenager. But these are not his children. These are his nieces, nephews, well, it doesn't matter the gender, but these are the kids of his sister, who unfortunately passed away. And now this man who used to work all the time, who used to be by himself all the time, has to deal with the 2 kids. He knows them pretty well. They go along and so on, but he has never lived with kids before. That's why he has to learn how to act around them and how to be a good father for them, because now he's their, well, some kind of father. He used to live in this big house by himself. He used to throw some parties from time to time, but not so often because he is a very good and persistent worker. That's why he doesn't really have enough time for partying. Still, he had some official receptions, I guess, and he would have them here in this house. There are 2 bedrooms, 2 extra bedrooms here where the kids live now, and I imagine that these were his study rooms, or maybe just some rooms where the guests would stay if needed. So yeah, he didn't really need those rooms that much because he has his workspace at work and he doesn't need to work at home. He needs only his computer and he may just stay at work for a long time till how do you call it? Stay late. Yes, he stays late at work and that's it. So he easily rebuilt his house into a family one, and now it is a family house we are watching right now. Our hero is a single person, and he's quite lonely. But with these kids, he feels better because he feels useful not only for his brain, but for his personality too, for who he is as a person, and he appreciates it very much. Still, he doesn't have a wife or a girlfriend. Maybe from time to time he has some short romances, one day romance maybe. But it's not so often anymore since the kids live here. It would be inappropriate to bring women in the house where the kids live. So yeah, he doesn't do it anymore. He spends not so much time with the children because he still has to work a lot. But he sometimes plays video games with them and go to somewhere. I don't know. They just spend time together on holidays. Maybe they travel a lot. Now let's talk about the build itself a little bit. You can see that we are finishing the kitchen, and soon it will be the living room we are going to talk about. The kitchen isn't too big, but it's very functional. I suppose there is everything they need, and it's just very practical. Not that they cook that much. I think he cooks from time to time, and he's a pretty good cook, but they probably have a butler or something like that who helps them around the house, because the stepfather doesn't have time for that. Now we are dealing with the living room, and it is super luxurious in my opinion. There are two sofas, this huge TV set, and a fireplace. Well, I'd love to have all those things in my house. As my mother always says, it would be nice to have everything I build in The Sims in real life, and I agree with her because, who wouldn't like to live in houses they build themselves for money they get from motherload code? Yeah. I also added this bricks wall because I thought it is very stylish. I'm not sure if it is still in, but for me, it's always been a sign of a very wealthy family, a very wealthy household, to have a brick wall inside the house. I don't know why. I don't know why. You can see these wine bottles I added in the dining room. I thought that it is also a sign of luxury, a little bit, because they show how many bottles of wine he has, and that at any time, at any second, he can just take one and open it for the guests. So it's not a problem for him at all, even though these bottles are not so cheap, you know. Anyway, let's go back to the story. We know already pretty much about the father of the family, but we know nothing about the kids. So who are they? I'm going to say some pronouns like he or she, but these guys could be just anyone, girls, boys, it doesn't matter. I will just call them whatever I imagine they are. whoever I imagine they are. So let's start with the toddler. The toddler, I imagine, is a boy, and it is a very, very calm child. I mean, super calm. That kind of child that doesn't need anyone at all to feel comfortable. They just need a couple of toys, maybe some cubes, and they will be fine. They sometimes even don't need any toys. They need like a chair or an ant they can watch. So, yeah, very calm child. And as he is a loner, he didn't really notice the tragedy that happened in their family. I mean, he probably noticed that his mother isn't there anymore, but I think he wouldn't understand it yet because he is too young. So here we don't see any drama. He's just a shy little boy who will probably become some engineer or some office worker. I don't know. But what I do know is that his brother, and I think it's a brother, but it can be a sister, is a painter, and more like a digital painter. So he is very he's into art and Tumblr. He watches a lot of TikTok. He maybe even does some. He always paints. He always has his digital how do you call it, sketchbook with him, so that he could paint at any time. And he likes to be an outstanding person. He likes to be the center of the attention. He likes to be out of the ordinary, Sometimes he can be annoying for other people because of this feature of him. But he never feels comfortable when there is someone who is more remarkable than he is. So he does everything he can. He does his best to be that person that everybody knows. And well, you just say his name, and all the others go, that one. But still, he cares about his reputation a little bit. He doesn't want people to think that he is some simpleton or just cute painter from high school. He wants to look like a mysterious guy with some issues and some backstory, which is very complicated. So, like, this Edward Cullen vibes in him. But he's just a simple guy who wants attention and love because he lost his mother, and although he loves his uncle, it's not enough for him because he works all the time, and well, he's grateful to his uncle, I guess, and he's happy for his little brother, for whom he cares a lot. They get along very well, but still he's looking for something else. And I suppose that one day he would mm, have to choose between the dark side and the good guys, because he would just find himself in a very bad situation, maybe drugs involved, and he would have to decide whether he wants to be a decent person or the guy everyone knows about. And it would be a rough one. Yes, I think it would be a difficult choice for him. As for his talents, I wouldn't say he's an outstanding person for real. Well, he is pretty good at painting, but nothing more than that. He would probably become a good digital designer or someone, but he wouldn't be able to reach any like super high results in this sphere. And that's very sad, because he really wants it, but he will never gonna make it. He is never gonna make it. However, right now he's a popular kid in high school, which is very important for many people, and he has a lot of friends. They come at his place and they just play video games, play chess, chat, and they just have a great time at this, well, in this big house full of luxurious activities. I don't know. They watch movies on this big TV and they are just having fun. I think that's everything a teenager needs. I think that it's very cruel and sad that teenagers have to decide so many things, like who they are going to be, where they're going to live, and like they think that it will be for life, and it's very hard, and it's a lot of pressure. But they could just enjoy their lives instead, play video games, talk to friends, and go for a walk every day, develop their skills they're really interested in, instead of something that will be that will bring them money in the future. But that's that's a utopia, right? Utopia, I guess. That's a utopia, and we have to do it at a very young age, and there's nothing we can change about it. So I think that that is it for the story of the family. Please let me know in the comments if you like this type of narration more than just description of what's going on the screen. And if you like it, I will make up more stories about the scenes who might live in my builds. So yeah, please let me know what are your impressions. Meanwhile, we have finished the inside of the house, and now we are dealing with the outside. Well, with the balconies, with the terraces, and the backyard. I thought it would be cool to make this area a little bit more about activities and skills, because, well, that's great. This is a scientist or engineer who lives here. It would be natural for him to like doing useful stuff while having rest. So we are at the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know. You know how. You can find this house in the gallery. My nickname there is Podgornya, just like here. And you can also download this house from the link in the description. Yes, that's it. Thank you very much for watching and have a good day. Bye.